observing just the American culture, like, go against each other. It's like the North is better, South is better, the East is better. You know, it's silly in a way, but also kind of disheartening in another way that people can't get to the adaptation stage, or at least understanding why people do things the way they do and what benefit that brings. Understanding the differences and not dumbing it down to everybody having to be the same.
Right, and that's that minimization, the ethno-relative,
right,
or the ethnocentric. I wanted to share something. This just came to me. Awareness, acceptance, and action. 3 A's. Okay, so awareness, being aware of the behavior. I was aware that I was polarized. I was aware that I had reverse. Acceptance, not agreeing, but accepting that that's a part of my behavior. Action, what am I going to do about it? And what behaviors am I going to change as a result of this? Yes, Kay.
You know, I lived in Germany for a year, and one of the biggest differences, there's a lot of differences, but there was one big difference, and it was in, you know how we have the Peter Principle here? Every time we look around, we're thinking, when's my next promotion? When am I going to have, when am I moving up on this level? And when am I doing this? Or am I changing jobs and moving up and up and up? Now in Germany, this woman, her profession was sorting dirty laundry. She'd been doing it for 18 years. That's what she did. It wasn't looking at, oh, when am I going to be plant manager? When am I going to be supervisor? It was a big difference. And that is what the career was. It wasn't a big thing like we are. I was wondering if there's any chance in the world that you guys could give 1 or 2 sentences about the biggest differences from your country that you've noticed. Is there a time for that? Maybe just 1 or 2 sentences.
I'm going to defer to Joshua as it's 1 o'clock. Okay, so yes, we have time.
I'm originally from Albania, and I've lived here for half my life, so it's interesting because I still have a lot of family back there, and I go every year, so I have sort of both. I have feet in both cultures. The most prominent thing that I notice in that people that visit and go back is that Americans take their coffee to go, whereas in Albania, coffee is like a very social thing, so you would sit down somewhere for 3 hours, talk to somebody, like coffee to go. I think there's one place where they even do that, like where they even have the containers, and that's sort of more of a modern place. And I would guess with just more Western infiltration, I think that's going to become a thing as well. But people just, take 2 or 3 hours after work to sit down, have coffee with friends, and it's sitting down for less than an hour is really weird, let alone taking it to go.
May I ask a question? I'm sorry, tell me what your name is, please.
Mel.
Mel. Hi, I'm Audrey. So at work, do people drink coffee at their, do you know?
Yeah,
they
no,
drink
of
coffee
course.
at their desk, and that's, of course, not
Right. No. You can make coffee and everything, but, physically in places, there's just no, like, people will bring in, for example, there's like a little, shop downstairs, and they'll just bring the tray, and then you get done, and then they'll, come back and take it down again. But the drive-through thing is nowhere. There's no place like that.
Laura? Thank you, Mel.
It was really difficult for me to adapt to the eating times here, because, for example, for me, lunch is at 2, and here it's like so late. Or dinner, we have dinner at 10 p.m., so it's, for me, it's so strange to have dinner at 6 here. So it's like, you are rushing all the time, and in Spain it's like so calm, with no rush, and the meetings, for example, it's okay for you if you are 10 minutes late, nobody's going to tell anything. But here I have to be 10 minutes before the class, because if not, it will affect my grade. So that kind of things that you have to be living here to understand it. If not, you can imagine that it could be different.
And where were you from?
From Barcelona, Spain. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to talk about a situation, just like if you receive an invitation to visit your friend's house. Like the gentleman said, it's better to if they start at 7:30, you better like attend at 8 or 9. But like in Asia or in China or Taiwan, I think it's better to like be punctual and even to like if the it starts at 6, you can better like attend there 5:30 to help with the host to prepare everything. It's more polite. If you are late, you are rude. Yeah, yeah. So it's totally different. Yeah.
Barbara?
There are actually so many differences that it's really hard for me to pick up just like one or a few of them.
I'm sorry, Barbara, tell me where you're from.
I live in Prague. I'm from Czech Republic. But what I would like to maybe highlight the most, it's I noticed like a difference between relationships here. I don't know like if it's just my feeling or if it's in reality like that. But like I think like people here, like Americans, don't build so deep relationships. Like speaking about friendship, basically, and it's obvious like maybe it has that impact. Like they're just said like I have 1 hour for you, I have 1 hour for you. Like in my country, we usually just spending time like never set like in the borders, like how much time and so on. And I think I don't appreciate this kind of attitude that much, and I prefer that our style where we usually like, I think it's building everything between people, and when it's like set, I feel like not real that much, and like a bit pretended for gain something. Maybe it's too negative from my side now, but that's what I really like noticed during my time here.
Thank you.
Well, I'm also from Barcelona, and I agree with Laura. You have like different eating schedules here in the States, but I mean we also have like different food in Spain. We eat much healthier than here, and we stay in restaurants for 2 or 3 hours, even 4 hours. And you have like fast food restaurant here, so you just grab food and go home, and maybe stay in a restaurant for an hour. But for us, it's so weird because we are used to staying there for maybe, as I said, 3 hours and just talking with friends and socializing. And I think it's quite different here in the States.
What surprised me a lot is about like University of Richmond or like in the Czech Republic or in Asia. I never like thought how individualistic Americans are, and when I got here, I just realized that it's true, that the stereotype is real, and the people just like are very pragmatic to building a career, you know, and they have all the schedules, as said Barbara, like they have really, the relationships are not so deep, and that's like one of the biggest difference. And also, like, I didn't know that before, but it's something very interesting. Like, I think that Americans are not so ecologically friendly because they use so many plastic bags and lots of these, paper bags, you know, and so much wasting of it. And they don't like, especially in Czech Republic, if you throw like something like paper to trash for everything, everybody will put finger on you like, why you are doing that? You know, like you should like divide it, like it's paper, so put it in paper and divide it.
Really?
Yeah. And recycling.
Recycle, right, okay. Thank you.
I'm from Italy, and I agree with Laura and Liam, because even in Italy the timing is completely different, especially in the restaurants, because we give a lot of importance to the relationship, and we spend a lot of hours in the rest. It's rude, because one of the things that I noticed from here, that for example, the waiter asks you for the bill immediately, and it's a kind of rude thing in our country. It's unusual that the waiter asks you for the bill without you have to ask for the bill. It's not the waiter that asks you, do you want to leave? And even the timing of eating is different, and the party too. They finish the party very early, And for us, a party that is good is like later than Germany. It's like 1, 2, 3 is okay. Here at 10, everything is finished and it's different.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm from the Czech Republic too, so I agree with Barbara and Tumi. But I think like the Czech people, maybe mainly like all Europe, the people are more close to their friends, and here people are more open to foreigners or to people they don't know. Like everybody's like how are you and what do you do and stuff. So maybe yeah, in the United States there are not like the deep relationships, but the people know more people and able to know new people and meet many people. So maybe that's the difference.
We have our two from China.
I mean, in China we usually have one and whether it's like in the restaurant or just for social, we also see that in social because even you meet like different strangers, you feel comfortable like just sitting here like me. And even if you don't want to talk, you can play with your phone or just by looking at like others and just chill. But like in America, like people are more active and they just want to talk to several people, like forming small groups. Then you can talk to others like after a few minutes. So I feel like it's a difference.
And we also share food instead of buying our own food. We will order 5 or several plates of food in the middle of the round table, and we pick up everything we want, and we not only buy our own food and focus on what.
Thank you. These are all cultural examples of cultural influence. That concludes my presentation, and I know we're almost getting close to time, so I want to thank everybody.
Well, we thank you for coming in and sharing, and Deborah is part of our board as well, and other board members, if you'll raise your hand as well. These are our board members around the room that make all this possible, so if you have any questions about OIT or anything like that, please let us know and we'll get those answered. We want to present you with the OIT pin, so you can go out and spread the word. So.
Thank you.